basically going over, some basic things to talk about, to discuss. And we're going to start off just being straight frank with it. If you're following somebody that calls themselves a guru or a teacher, spiritual advisor, teacher, whatever, and all they have to offer you is, gossip, theories, but cannot offer you no power. No power. They can't offer you no power. They can't offer you no plugs for the currency. They can't give you no solutions to how to escape poverty, build wealth, maintain wealth. They can't give you nothing beneficial that you can really apply. Like, hey, man, we're in an apartment right now with a pit bull. Give me something that I can apply to get me out of that. They trying to evict us for the pit bull. What can you give me for that? Your chakras do this, and McFlurries are served better cold. Black power. Power. I shave, brother. But can't give you nothing to walk in your power. My job is about to hire me or fire me if I have that vaccination. But I don't want to use the vaccination. I don't want to take the vaccination. They talking about firing me. Africa is the third most. How can you apply that? How can you apply these concepts and things? What is that going to help you with? If your teacher is not teaching you, what sovereignty is, what royalty is, what are rights, the difference between things, using word magic when you're dealing with officers or people of the law, knowing the difference between legal and lawful, knowing the two-word magic. But if they just keeping you up with what Kanye's doing, what Rihanna's doing, posting something here and there, but can't elaborate on what they're talking about or get you to invest your time to see what they're talking about. To see what they're talking about. They go to work every day for somebody else. They wait for a check. They got to go get a check. And there's nothing wrong with going to get the check if you want to. If it's beneficial to you. But these brothers will keep telling you about fighting the power, who's doing this and what's doing that. Anybody telling you about Jesus Christ is using that as a form of power over you. It's malarkey. There was no J in the Hebrew language. It's not now. It wasn't before. Fictitious. But the story of the Christ is real. Facts. But as far as the character Jesus, not necessarily real. You got to be able to know that. You can't have your mindset on child mode. You thinking like a child. I told you I went over here for 3 days and 3 nights with no food and water and came out a rich man. Come on, man. Get your mind right. You'll never be able to obtain the prosperity that you deserve thinking like this. You have to be powerful. You have to walk in your power to obtain this. You have to walk in your power to attain this. You have to declare that you're not a government official, fictitious entity, that you are a living natural person. That's why we sign at the end of our letters, living soul in red blood, but not real blood. We sign it in red ink to represent that. Your teachers are not teaching you this, man. They're not teaching you these things. They can't really stand on the same stage as myself and other teachers that's teaching you how to walk in your power, teaching you how to restore your credit, teaching you about things that can improve your credit, positive and negatives of credit, teaching you about what a paradigm is, teaching you about, the science, not talking about you can read poems and this, and astrologically how this do, and this smell can help you with this. But when it comes to walking in power, the job just told me I'm getting fired if I don't present a vaccination form. You can't give me nothing. I'm telling you I don't want to take it. So just give up my consent and will and just let it just go with the flow, I guess, huh? That's slavery. That's living like a slave. They ain't living like a king or a queen. That's slavery. So you want to walk in your power. You want to get closer to walking in your power if you're not walking in your power right now. Told you a long time ago, start applying to your life the habit of reading. 500 books later, added to my library, you now are probably on 2 books. Remember, the average person reads 1 book a year. So if you're reading 2 books, you're already ahead of the game. The key is to stay ahead of the game and always to improve and use. It seems redundant that we keep going over it. Concentration, intuition, perception, foresight. We going over things. It sounds redundant, but these are things that you must understand to go to that next level. Somebody asked me the other day about credit and repairing that credit, and I say, man, you got the vision. You got the tingle in your heart where you want the wealth, right? Well, you'll never get it and understand the dual tongue from not applying the fundamentals, knowing what concentration is. Concentrate, holding that vision. Concentration is not just staring at something with your eyes. It's staring at it with your mind. All your attention, including your sight, going on to this. You feel it. You got to concentrate on your goal. You can't do everything for your goal one day, writing everything down, studying, and then tomorrow come, nighttime hit, you want to smoke a blunt, eat, go to sleep. Tomorrow hit, you forgot. Nah, you get back on track. Get back on track. Get back on your goal. Yeah, and don't stop. Keep it up. Keep reading. Keep learning. The more you learn, the more you what? Earn. So keep it up. Keep the momentum. And this, this happens because a lot of people get motivated. They get motivated to get up and do it, but they don't get educated. Motivation is not education. Yelling in the middle of the street, yelling at you, yelling at you is not education. We don't have to yell at you. We're using facts. I'm using science. I gotta yell. Gotta yell for. So we want to evaluate these teachers and say, man, listen, because we only want to get expert advice from the experts. We don't want to go to Burger King and ask the guy flipping the patties, does he know what a FICO score is or built in the brand? Because he's going to look at you like crazy. No, we want to go to that financial advisor. That's where we want to go. We don't want to go ask Ray Ray. So we got to look at these teachers and say, man, are you teaching me something that can get me to the wealth? Are you teaching me something that can help me walk in my power? Are you teaching me something fun to mental? Fun to my mind? Are you teaching me how to walk in power? How to slow down my anger? Are you teaching me how to become a better person? Are you cultivating my mind with me and helping me learn more as I go? Or are you just feeding me what you think I want to hear so I can subscribe and look the next day to see what you got? If you're going to feed me again to keep me calm to another day. Nah, you want to feed somebody, show them how to fish. So when they come back to your page, they can come back and be a lifetime member or subscriber of your page because it's always value in it. You don't run out of material, you know? Yo, that helped me, man, what you said last video. I got through that. You was right. Had somebody said the other day, man, the breathing video, breathing through your nose. Said, man, that thing helped, man. I said, make sure you drop a comment and a like. Tell others. You know, if it worked, move on to the next one. Let's use that. What else we got? You know, we equipping our arsenal. We got reading in there. We got books, a library. We got computers. We got PDFs on there teaching us how to get closer to what we desire. We got our right to bear arms. If you got a felony or F, we got that pardoned. So now we back restoring our rights. We walking in power. Teaching our son how to do this. Teaching our daughters what not to do. We walking in power. We walking in power, man. But you can't say, you know, that, you know, you on the level or that, you know, you practice when you don't practice because it's going to reveal itself in conversation that you don't practice. Got people I talk to all the time. You know, we be talking and they ask me a random question. To see, like, I'm on it. I study every day, faithfully. I do not watch TV. Do not do things like that. I do not gamble. I don't play numbers. I don't watch sports. I don't do things like that. I study every day. So when you ask me in a random situation, I'm going to give it to you. Give it right to you. Because I really do this. This was the last resort, but best resort. Books and studying and thinking my way out was the last resort. But it was the only resort left that I didn't try. And I tried it and I accepted and I'm fully aware of my mission. To elevate your mind. To untangle the chains on your mind. So you can become a free mind. Freedom. So we want to walk in our power and we want to find people that are walking in power. You telling me that you do all this studying and stuff, you know, but on the Tuesday, 12 o'clock, you at work, listen to somebody. You listen to somebody else. And you waiting for a paycheck from somebody else. You don't have a vehicle. You don't have a family. Your life is in shambles. So should I get advice from you? I don't think so. Not saying you don't study, but if you're not achieving your dream desire or getting the results that you want in relation to that dream desire, there has to be some type of falsehood in that of which you practice. Has to be some type of falsehood in it. Because if you was practicing correct things, correct thinking, correct methods, correct science, correct laws, and what about them? Your life will be showing that. Your life will be showing, yo, that's straight legit, and what he's practicing has to be correct. Look how he talk. Look how he walk. Look what he speaks about. Look at the passion. Look how he treats people. Look how he gives. Look how she gives. Look how she loves. But if you don't see that, there's some falsehood in that of which you are studying. Or you need to study more. You need to study more. So, we want to wean out the weight. We want to get away from people like that. Following this hood dude, all you do is post stuff, you post stuff on gossip, current events on people. You know what I mean? You're not saying nothing that really helped me this year. You ain't really helped me out. I looked up the word you said, and that didn't really help me out. I looked at your post, and it didn't help me think. So that's not teaching. If I'm teaching you what you already know, that's not teaching you. Even if you don't want to judge, you have to, because to judge means to assess or evaluate. And your life is solely based on your ability to evaluate the best situations and persons for your life. An argument can be made that most people are in unfavorable situations due to their inability to lack of judgment. So you have to judge. You do. To think is to judge. You can deny it. A lot of people deny these concepts, and they're not getting good results. So you have to look at your results. Your results will always speak. Judge them by their results. Person becomes their habits. Drop a like. Drop